Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more notable notable names in Asian American and Pacific Islander American history. Having brain farts, I apologize. Anyway, this was meant to be Wednesday's video. It's a little bit late, but we'll get it up there. Today we are looking at this gentleman here. Let me give this name an attempt at pronunciation. Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar. Okay. Now, he was alive from 1910 to 1995 and a faculty member for nearly 60 years and a Nobel laureate recognized for his advanced work in stellar structure and evolution. One of the foremost astrophysicists of the 20th century, Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar has contributed to our understanding of black holes, stellar structure, white dwarfs, turbulence, general relativity, radiative transfer, and many more phenomena. These topics are comprehensively treated as in a series of influential monographs as well as research papers. Under his editorship, the Astrophysical Journal established a high quality standard for publication that persists today. He was born October the 10th, 1910, in modern day Punjab, at the time India, now Pakistan. The nephew of Indian physicist and Nobel laureate Chandrasekhar Venkataraman. He received his undergraduate degree in physics from Presidency College and his master's and doctoral degrees from the University of Cambridge. He joined the University of Chicago faculty in 1937 and is thought to be the first faculty member in the division from Southeast Asia. Though he faced racism from the dean at the beginning of his career, he was strongly supported by the people who hired him, President Robert Maynard Hutchison and astronomer Otto Struve. He remained at the University of Chicago for nearly 60 years. One of the biggest discoveries happened early in his career, when he determined what is now known as the Chandrasekhar limit. This value states that when a star's mass reaches 1.4 times that of the sun, it will collapse past the stage of a white dwarf and explode into a neutron star or black hole. Now accepted by the scientific community, his finding was controversial when he first calculated it. In 1983, he was named a Nobel laureate for this and other groundbreaking studies into the structure and evolution of the stars. So yeah, a forerunner in the field of space and our understanding of space. Yeah, usually the star goes white dwarf before it goes neutron star or black hole, because it collapses in, and it's that way for a while. Even though it starts life bigger, it gets more condensed and solid before finally, boom, because that's one of the things they talk about. I know our star. Let's see, our star's supposed to. It expands first, because I know our star's supposed to, at some point, get so big it devours Mercury, Venus, Earth. I think even Mars. I'm not sure if it takes to Mars or is just close to it. So yeah, at that point, our only real choice, if we're wanting to still live in this solar system, would be moons of Jupiter. So yeah, because those are the only ones with true rocky bodies that would have some potentiality of being able to sustain life. Jupiter's non-viable. You wouldn't be able to live on it. But yeah, the sun would expand, then it would shrink down, become more solid, more dense as a white dwarf. I know that's what they're talking about with our sun. After it grows so big and swallows several of the closer planets, it shrinks down. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar. Anyway, let's look at Britannica. Born October 19th, 1910. It says in Lahore, which is that different from? Is it just a city in the Punjab region? But yeah, India, now Pakistan. I've got to know. Yeah, capital of the Punjab province. And actually the second largest city in Pakistan. So yeah. Anyway, born in Lahore, in October 19th, 1910, dying August 21st, 1995. Indian-born American astrophysicist who, with William A. Fowler, won the 1983 Nobel Prize for Physics for key discoveries that led to the currently accepted theory on the later evolutionary stages of massive stars. Chandrasekhar was the nephew of Sir Chandrasekhara Venkataraman, who won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930, almost 50 years earlier. Chandrasekhar was educated at Presidency College at the University of Madras and at Trinity College, University of Cambridge. from 1933 to 1936, he held a position at Trinity. By the early 1930s, scientists had concluded that after converting all the hydrogen to helium, stars lose energy and contract under the influence of their own gravity, becoming more dense. The stars known as white dwarf stars contract to about the size of Earth. Yeah, think about that. The sun is so many times larger than even Jupiter, several times larger. It shrinks down to the size of Earth when it becomes a white dwarf. But the electrons and nuclei of their constituent atoms are compressed to the state of extremely high density. Chandrasekhar determined what is known as the Chandrasekhar limit, that a star having a mass more than 1.44 times that of the Sun does not form a white dwarf, but instead continues to collapse, blows off its gaseous envelope in a supernova explosion, and becomes a neutron star. An even more massive star continues to collapse to become a black hole. These calculations contributed to the eventual understanding of supernovas, neutron stars, and black holes. Chandrasekhar came up with the idea for a limit on his voyage to England in 1930. However, his ideas met strong opposition from an English astronomer, Arthur Eddington, and took years to be generally accepted. He joined the staff at the University of Chicago, rising from an assistant professor of astrophysics in 1938 to Morton D. Hull Distinguished Service Professor of Astrophysics in 1952, and became a U.S. citizen in 1953. He did important work on energy transfer by radiation in stellar atmospheres and convection on the solar surface. He also attempted to develop the mathematical theory of black holes, describing his work in the Mathematical Theories of Black Hole, 1983. He was awarded the Gold Medal of the Royal Astronomical Society in 1953, the Royal Medal of the Royal Society in 1962, and the Copley Medal of the Royal Society in 1984. His other books included An Introduction to the Study of Stellar Structure, 1939, Principles of Stellar Dynamics, 1942, Radiative Transfer, 1950, Hydrodynamic and Hydromagnetic Stability, 1961, Truth and Beauty, Aesthetics and Motivations in Science, 1987, and Newton's Principia for the Common Reader, 1995. So yeah. Let's see what else we can find out. But yeah. Lahore, Punjab in British India, but it's now modern day Punjab, Pakistan. University of Madras, is in India, which is where he received his bachelor's. And then Trinity College in the University of Cambridge. But known for the Chandrasekhar limit, Chandrasekhar number, Chandrasekhar friction, Chandrasekhar Kindle function, Chandrasekhar's H function, Emden Chandrasekhar equation, Chandrasekhar Fermi method, Chandrasekhar Friedman-Schutz instability, Chandrasekhar transformation, Chandrasekhar Page equations, Kramer's Chandrasekhar equation, Chandrasekhar tensor, Chandrasekhar virial equations, Bachelor Chandrasekhar's equation, Schoenberg Chandrasekhar limit, Chandrasekhar's white dwarf equation, Chandrasekhar polarization, Chandrasekhar algorithm, Chandrasekhar's x and y function discrete ordinates method. So yeah, married, had one spouse, Lalitha Doreswamy. Several awards. I've got a list here. Career astrophysics, general relativity, fluid dynamics, radiation, quantum theory. So yeah. Family was Tamil. Dravidian ethno-linguistic group who natively speak the Tamil language and trace their ancestry mainly to the southern part of the Indian subcontinent. The Tamil language is the longest surviving, one of the longest surviving classical languages. Parents were Sita Balakrishnan and Chandrasekhar Subrahmanyan Ayar. So yeah. Went to high school in Madras and then studied at Presidency College in Madras, which is part of the University of Madras. Higher degrees he got while at Trinity College, as it was part of the University of Cambridge. He would meet Niels Bohr in Copenhagen at the Institute for Theoretical Physics. For his final year of graduate studies. So highly, highly intellectual, knows what he's doing. Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar. Anyway, we'll close that. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.